the right, sometimes upwards or straight ahead. And that's already a bit tricky because some of you are traveling backwards on the boat. So when I say left, then for those people, it's on the right. And vice versa, of course. So, I'll be interrupting from time to time, probably when you're right in the middle of an interesting conversation, or just chilling and dreaming. And then you'll hear this. And then I'll do my best to break through reality with words, and to see things that aren't really there except in our heads. Just like when you were driving along the motorway and you were learning to go, while you were sitting on a boat. Just like you saw the white lines on the asphalt while you were on a boat on the water. You saw it in front of you, even though you're not there. May I ask you to do the same during this whole trip? To spend time in your head as often as possible. To let imaginary layers transform everything you see. To think about things in a way the artist didn't intend. Don't take anything for what it is. Drift away in your thoughts. Have fun. Below it is water. Lots of water. H2O if you want to stick to the facts. There are 1.26 trillion litres of water on our planet. And it's been there for billions of years. There's no and not much disappears into outer space either. So, we have those 1.26 trillion litres of water. We have to make do with this. That means the water below us already has a long career behind it. A really long CV. It has been drunk by dinosaurs. It was snow that mammoths plodded through. The soldiers of Julius Caesar drank it. It was peed out by Rembrandt van Rijn and Vincent van Gogh. It has been coal and coffee. It's been used to flush toilets. It was a waterfall, a mountain lake, the waves on an ocean around a tropical island. NASA space capsules have splashed down into it. As a tsunami, it has forced people to flee. Naturally, the entire history of the world is sloshing around because of your feet. And now, it's carrying you during this Amsterdam Wine Festival. The city is waiting for you. For you, the great hero who has liberated the city freed it from the clutches of boredom. You are the bringer of imagination. We're cruising towards the Light Gate, an arc de triomphe of light. Can you see it rising up over the Oosterdok? Behind it, the city is celebrating. The people of Amsterdam are dancing and singing on the quaysides. They're calling your name. The great hero is entering the city. Lightgate is an artwork by Edwin Baruch. It's a floating metal construction with light on the inside, made specially for this edition of the Amsterdam Light Festival. At the same time, it somehow feels centuries old. The Arc de Triomphe of Amsterdam. This thing seems so familiar because I've seen it in other old cities, which is exactly what Edwin Baruch wants to say here. Things that existed earlier are often the inspiration for things today. Hold on to that triumphant feeling for a moment. The feeling that we are the heroes about to enter the city. Let them wave to you.
I like that one, that's why.
Like I just said about people waving to us from the quayside, I got carried away by the fantasy of sailing in as a hero. But actually, I always feel a bit watched when I'm on a boat. Do you feel the same? You can't really move around. You're on the water, open and exposed. If there's a roof, then it's made of glass. There's no escaping the gaze of other people. From the left, from the right, from above. The people on the quayside are looking down on you too. You've got the staring eyes of people all around you, seeing you, judging you. And then this, rays of light. It looks a bit like a watchtower with searchlights on it, seeking me. They're watching out for us from that old Montalban tower. Used to be part of the city wall of the fortifications. That tower has always stood there to keep a watch on others. Time divides the beams of light that now shine from the tower, even though they aren't real beams of light, not searchlights that can be turned in all directions, which should reassure me. It's hundreds of thin fishing lines made of fluorescent material. They run from the tower to the other side of the water, and they're illuminated by UV spotlights, so that they are constantly fluorescing, or whatever you call it. And so we look at the beams of light themselves, instead of the beams of light telling us what we should see.
Guys, we are passing houseboats. Yes, we do live in them, and that is possible because we've got local electricity, running water and gas. So that's the same luxury what you have in your houses. Yeah? So the other thing is that we have 2,500 houseboats in Amsterdam. And the best part of this story is actually that in 2013, the last houseboat was connected to the sewage. The things that we could not Yeah. And if you want to buy a boat, guys, you buy the boat and you buy the spot where the boat is in. And its price, I got is 600,000 euros, a million or more.
It's a house, we park there. And that is space also.
Jadi parknya berapa harganya?
$1 juta. Terus parkingnya berapa?
Buatnya?
House, that's house.
Oh, beres.
No.
Ini body atau?
Got it. You have to buy. $1 million.
I'll read a little more from my new collection of poems, A Pre-Printed Life. It hasn't been published yet, but I'm sure it will be soon. The poem is called Box Filler. A postal code fits in 6 boxes. My telephone number in 10.
Not more.
If I have 280
Park
of
there.
them, then it'll be a
That's your
tweet.
house. Just
Now I get 8 for imagine, plus exclamation mark. But with nothing, I repeat, 8 boxes for 8 characters. That's the possibility provided by Tune Display. It's a work I love in comics. Words of 8 letters emerge from one to the other. A bit like the numbers on a clock radio. But here, we have pneumatically driven light tubes. They slide together and apart. And in doing so, always form the 8 letters of a word. It's not much. 8 characters. Self-limitation reveals the master, so they sometimes say. Less is more. But isn't this overdoing it? What happens in your head if I confine myself to words like symbolic, wildlife, illusion, magnetic, consider, presence?
Are you okay? You don't want to photo, video, or anything? You want to sit down here? These people taking photos. Usually you used to take photo, video, and you don't like it much. I'm fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking from the cockpit, my name is Tom, and I'm your captain on this flight to Reutte. We've just departed from Amsterdam. We made a turn over the Oosterdok and are now following a southwesterly course towards... That's how pilots always talk. When I hear a voice like that, I immediately think I'm going to fly. And when I look to the left, I get the same feeling. It looks like a long row of wings rising up in the wind, and we are moving with them, as if the bow of our boat is about to lift up and slowly climb up into the sky. The wings are also intended to remind you of birds, or more specifically, magpies. Just look at the colours. The magpie is often seen as a thief. But much further east, for instance in Taiwan, they see this bird as a emblem of good luck. And this artwork, called Flying with the Light, does indeed come from Taiwan. It was made by architecture students under the leadership of their professor, Chen Chi Chen. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just come back with some extra flight information. The weather is good. We've departed on time, and in a few moments we'll be rising above the everyday and the obvious. We expect no further delays. I wish you a good journey.
Yeah, guys, the building behind this object is, you see it? They introduced to you the shitty hole. We said in the 80s we had a crisis in Europe. famous industrial crisis. Unfortunately, at that time we had an idiot in our council. Confiscated his island and gave to us in the heart of Amsterdam, the most ugly city in the world.
Another poem. This one is called Bucket. A rainbow, shooting stars, the northern lights. Fireflies, lanternfish, Vincent's starry nights. I just have to see them. Tick them off, cross them off the list. Put them in my bucket with things I can't resist. Take a look ahead. The blue bridge is full of fireflies. There are so many that the bridge has become a grotto. They are on the stones, on the water. Suddenly here, in the winter, in the heart of Amsterdam, it's not possible. It's a miracle, a mystery. They aren't real. I realize that. But you're real. You're here. And you didn't come for fireflies. You didn't even know they were here. This isn't a firefly safari, not a bucket list excursion. This is simply a moment, an enchantment, a fairy tale. Just for an instant. Once we've passed under the bridge, the moment disappears. It'll be behind us already. But right now, in this moment, it exists. The Fireflies of Studio Tour.
Yeah, the original tour through Amsterdam, we had to go to the right. Because this is the Gentleman's Canal, and ladies and gentlemen, this is now the most boring canal of Amsterdam. Lucky you. Why do I say boring? Imagine in 1500 they started digging this canal only for the rich merchants, rich people, rich traders, rich captains. They could create their properties, 25, 40 rooms, huge garden in the back. But now already for at least the last 30 years, nobody is living there because now it's occupied by offices, banks, international offices, lawyer offices. But that's why it's very boring. But actually this canal is very important to Amsterdam. Because of these people over here, guys, we do have Amsterdam. Because here was the money. They could hire they call them architects, they hire all kinds of builders, engineers, create Amsterdam. Then on the left you have Hermitage. It's a dependance of the beautiful Hermitage of St. Petersburg. Unfortunately, because of what's happening in the world, we do not get art of St. Petersburg. But it's still the dependance, as we say, of the Hermitage.
And actually, drawing in the space is exactly what Peter Fink has done with this bridge. Not with a pen, but with light. Look at those lines of white light. Peter draws new lines through those that already exist. The lines of the bridge. Also the Amstel rocks that lie beyond. It makes the bridge much bigger. Perhaps it evens seems as if he completes the bridge. That's the feeling it gives me, anyway, when all those diagonal lines come together. It's funny, because actually, you draw on a flat surface. On paper, on a screen. Painter draws on a flat surface with his lines and lines too. It seems three-dimensional because of those diagonal lines. These create a sense of depth. But it's an illusion. Once we've passed under the bridge, we can see that the lines of light continue on the locks situated behind. The lockkeeper's hut is located in the middle of these locks and can only be reached by boat. Dream big, sleep tidy, it says on a sign by the door. Dream big is certainly what Peter Fink has done.
Udara kami kan? Kan dia buka tuh. Hah?
Yeah, in a few moments, guys, you will see here on the left
Kayaknya
the
dinginnya besok.
Royal Theatre of Amsterdam.
Hah?
And as you say, in its full winter glory.
Close face that is like this. Close face that. Close face that.
Not that it makes everyone run away, of course. I heard that if there's a big fire somewhere, animals run away from it and people run towards it. Fire attracts us. We're naturally curious. Just like you. You sit calmly when the flames shoot high into the sky here on the water. To the left, just before the Amsterdam Hotel. It's a fake fire, I do realize this. Bamboo poles rise up into the air. Bamboo wound around with aluminium tape. That's all it is. And bamboo poles become a sea of fire. You can see the sparks dancing up high into the sky. I immediately feel my body telling me to be careful. Don't get too close. Don't take any risks. And at the same time, it attracts me. Also, because fire is destructive. This destruction always leads to new dying. Fire makes sand into glass. And fire in forests and wildlife makes the soil fertile. Fire changes everything. And you can run away from this. You're a chicken or a scaredy cat. Coming here. Maybe that's why this artwork by Fendel and de Wolf is called Sign. A sign of a new beginning. A starting shot. So abandon yourself to the experience and gaze at the fire of change.
Now, behind this object, you can see this beautiful building. That's our exclusive Amstel Hotel. You want to book a room? The cheapest one is now 800 euros without breakfast. By the way, guys, is everybody still here or did people jump off? Guys, can you tell me where is the water from Amsterdam coming from? What is floating through our canals?
800 euro per night.
You have no idea?
Yeah.
Somebody else? Huh? Okay. Have you already been on the Dam Square? Yes. There was the palace, the memorial needle, Madame Tussauds, pigeons who are popping on your head. That square. Yeah. How's my city called? Hey guys, give it a dam. Stop the river. This is the Amstel River. Where are we in? Amstel Hotel, Amstel River. A dam to stop the river so that the river water was pressed into our canal system. Can you imagine that in 15, 16, 17, 1800 all these houses were created? But in that time they had no flushing toilet. So what did you do with the bucket full of people in Krakow? Yes, you could throw it into the canal, then it floated all the way to the Northern Sea, and then to England. We have English on board? Huh? So no, down. And that is actually why we don't have a Dam Square. Yeah, as you can see, we are nearby the bridge, the skinny bridge, which is now used by the artist Pink to make an object. But there is another thing. This bridge is magical. So if the kids hug or shake hands under this bridge, you will stay forever together. If you don't want to stay forever together, you don't. It's not to shake hands. And if you pass it and you think, oh shit, I didn't do it, yeah, you have to buy another boat ticket. So, use the